The Columbia Classics Collection Volume 5 is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Sony. It can be found at your online retailers. Here we are in the fifth, and according to the wording in the press release, possibly final volume of the Columbia Classics Collection, and I have to say the overall offerings may not be as exciting as previous entries, but no less impactful to cinema. I've seen 5 of the 6 films in this collection previously, All the King's Men being my first time watch, and revisiting each one, I'm reminded of just how good they are. All the King's Men is an intriguing rise and fall story of a political figure which definitely has a timeless quality to it. I can certainly see this film being a template for movies that come much later. On the Waterfront is a classic film that is arguably one of Marlon Brando's most famous roles. A Man for All Seasons is an interesting drama featuring the battle of wills between Henry VIII and Sir Thomas More, which I've always loved the bits of humor interjected into an otherwise serious film. Tootsie is still one of my favorite Dustin Hoffman movies, and it's a hilarious comedy which features a rather solid cast at its core. Martin Scorsese's Age of Innocence is also one of the director's more elaborate films, which also supports an outstanding cast spearheaded by Daniel Day-Lewis. 2019's Little Women from director Greta Gerwig not only has a great cast leading its film, but the costuming, set designs, and cinematography are really solid. Sony's transfer for All the King's Men gives the overall picture a well-deserved facelift. Blemishes and imperfections are minimal, and the picture enjoys a nice bit of enhanced clarity. Film grain is cinematic and unmanaged. Grayscale is well preserved. Whites show impressive stability and don't appear blown out. Black levels are nicely rendered. And Dolby Vision enhances all these aspects well across the board. The film's mono track also presents a clean source with no audible issues present. In-film dialogue is clear, and moments of score come through well. For the picture quality, an A-, and for the audio, a B+. On the Waterfront benefits from a restoration provided by Sony with a properly filmic image. The film is available in 3 separate aspect ratios, 166:1, 185:1, and the Academy Standard 137:1. The source is in good shape, only the occasional blemish and grain is nicely preserved. Details look solid and offer more depth. Dolby Vision gives a welcome enhancement to the film's grayscale, and whites appear stable. Night scenes look properly deep. The Atmos upgrade opens up the soundstage with special attention to the Bernstein score. Audio cues sound full and envelop the listener. For the picture quality, an A-, and for the audio, an A- as well. Sony's 4K transfer of A Man for All Seasons underwent a restoration for this release. Grain is modestly layered throughout with a nice bump in overall texture. Image clarity can be hit or miss with differing results. Dolby Vision gives the palette a subtle visual upgrade with more finely tuned primaries. Costuming in particular is pleasing to look at with the grading. Dolby Atmos opens up the soundstage with certain in-film audio cues and music. Voices often travel through the surrounds, as does the score and music beats. The film's final thump carries some weight to it in the low end, which was a little unexpected. For the picture quality, a B+, and for the audio, an A-. As with the other films in this collection, Tootsie on 4K was also given a restoration. To my eyes, the transfer was nearly flawless, with no obvious imperfections spotted. Film grain is nicely layered and thin in density. Textures and overall detail show solid enhancements with the 4K resolution. Close-ups reveal all manner of nuances, and even mid-level shots show appreciable gains. Dolby Vision gives the visual aesthetic a nice bit of flourish and bold-looking colors. Whites are stable, and skin tones are natural throughout. Black levels also benefit here and are well rendered. The Dolby Atmos may be more front-heavy than not, but that's not to say there isn't a bit of surround activity in the form of ambience and occasional in-film music, which is used effectively. For the picture quality, an A, and for the audio, an A-. Martin Scorsese's The Age of Innocence on 4K gets a fresh coat of paint with a new restoration. The period drama shows solid visual gains across the board, the source is clean, and grain is properly filmic. Dolby Vision offers a solid boost to the palette, allowing for more emboldened primaries. Skin tones are healthy, and black levels show solid stability. The new Dolby Atmos allows the film's sound design to stretch its legs a bit. Though the height channels are fairly minimal when it comes to output, the surrounds give plenty of ambience to pull in the viewer. Dialogue is clean, and the low end is appropriately subtle. For the picture quality, an A, and for the audio, an A-. The newest entry in the collection is of course going to be the most pristine, as 2019's Little Women doesn't disappoint. The image is impressively clean, and Dolby Vision offers a more robust visual aesthetic. The variety of costuming is emboldened with the grading, with more than appreciable results. General details look good with a nice bit of image clarity, giving texture solid definition all around. Black levels are more than serviceable and are properly deep, with shadow detail being firmly on point. The Dolby Atmos may not be the most immersive audio track, but the wide variety of audio cues offered in the film are given plenty of room to breathe. The film score, of course, is engaging with occasional atmospheric effects sprinkled in. For the picture quality, an A, and for the audio, an A as well. All in all, if this is indeed the final Columbia Classics collection, I think it certainly goes out on a high note. I can't imagine Sony not doing other box set collections going forward. The Frank Capra upcoming set, for instance, I think is a sign of things to come. And whenever they do one, they put in some of the best effort of the major studios. For the picture quality, I'm going to give the Columbia Classics Collection Volume 5 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an average score of an A. When it comes to classic cinema and even new releases on the 4K format, Sony is arguably the best in the game, and each title in this collection has an excellent transfer, no matter the age. I have no worries when it comes to the picture. You're in good hands with this particular collection on 4K. For the audio, I gave it an average score of an A-. While some fare better than others when it comes to fully immersive audio experiences, the overall quality of the tracks in each film stands on its own with good sound designs and a clear source. The overall presentations of each movie sound good on the format. And for the extras, I graded them a B+. If Sony has a general weak spot in their presentations, I would say it's the extras, which are a little lacking more or less. Each film has a couple of items of interest, but there is also the inclusion of 4 silent movies located on the bonus disc, which may appeal to some fans. Each film doesn't have the most comprehensive bonus materials, so you may want to hold on to your previous physical media iterations for these qualities. So that is my review of the Columbia Classics Collection Volume 5 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Sony. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section. But if you have the collection already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365. I will see you at the movies.